Good morning, shop friends. I know it's been a minute since I have put together a little YouTube video. I wanted to catch you all up on the Jeevette project. I've been working on a few other things lately. One being this totally sweet 1948 Oldsmobile Series 76. Scooped it up from South Jersey somewhere and drove down there, and it used to have some Ravens stuff painted all over it. Wasn't a fan of that, so had to bring it home. Friday night, got back, started sanding it off, and it had this really cool purple and green paint. I think the green was original, or one of the first colors, because that's what's in the door jambs, and it had a purple base over top of that. As you can see, there's still some numbers there. Yeah, so after stripping that all down, I ended up with this. We put a nice satin clear over top of it, and yeah, we got a car show this Sunday for Memorial Day, and I'm gonna whip this bad boy out. Original flathead, 6-cylinder. Threw a nice blanket over the tear in the seat there, but it's basically all original. Somebody did convert it to 12 volt, which is nice. Yeah, should be a nice little fun driver. I do, fires right up. Fantastic. Somebody did add an aftermarket radio to it, and an electric fuel pump. How do you like that, though? Purrs like a kitten. God, I love the dashboards of these old cars. The nostalgia in the 30s and 40s vehicles is absolutely awesome. You know, a time when the American auto manufacturers were in such competition that they completely changed the design of vehicles every year. It's just amazing. Nice chrome, little doodads. I mean, that fancy clock. Whew! Just doesn't get cooler than these cars. It's some of my favorite years. Anyway, while you're here, I'm going to catch you up on what you really want to see. The Jeevette. Look at that. My goodness. So, she's sitting pretty. Since I last made a video, we picked up these steel fenders, rocker guards, and the front fenders. Did a little bit more wiring, but for the most part, we took these tube fenders and cut them down. I know my original intention was to make my own, but I mean, for the time it'll save me, I'm just going to modify these to work. So that's pretty much it. In the back, you know, just did riv nuts and then bolted these on. The rock guards had to be modified to go to onto the Corvette chassis, so we just modified them down and welded it. I'll stitch them all in, and then we'll probably put some sorry about that, some riv nuts in there, and just some bolt heads in those spots right here to you know, for aesthetically pleasing purposes. But that is pretty much where it sits, and I gotta tell you, I and just stoked. The stance on this thing is just awesomeness. But today, I'm here by myself right at the moment. I want to get the front fenders fit. My intention, since I don't have the right angle iron, is I took this piece of pipe, square tube, cut it, and basically use it as a piece of filler panel in there. So my original intention was to bolt it up to this and build off of it. So basically with that piece, I will put that in there, bolt it up to the firewall, and then weld this piece right to the fender. After that's done, then I can come up with a battery hold down and everything, and then we can get done with the engine wiring. Hopefully the next time I make a video, we'll hear this thing run. So pretty stoked about that. I don't believe we talked about belt rounding kit that we had to do for this. The truck LS53, the bracketry was getting in the way of the one of the steering shaft in here, and it was way too close to the suspension here. So we had to spend a couple of shiny nickels on this billet setup. Well, it wasn't too happy about, because trying to keep this within a budget, but you gotta spend money where you have to and save money where you can. So, but we're close. We are so close to hearing this thing roar for the first time. And that's gonna be pretty cool. Our end game is to have it so it runs, drives under its own power for a little local car show at a fairgrounds. That is the intention. Hopefully we hit it. Just got to keep plugging away at it, along with all the other stuff that pops up. You know, shop life stuff. There's always projects, and for me, you know, I got the art pieces and the bead rolling stuff in between, trying to get this stuff ready. But it's a blast to work on. It's going to be a blast to drive. I can't wait to show you some more. And until next time, friends.